There has been a swamp there, and then you have to do piling to ensure you get to the hot pan below. So he has taken some of a lot of hauling of material onto the site. But that notwithstanding, we're very, very pleased with the quality of construction, the efficiency of construction, and the progress made thus far. I've been advised that on site there are 125 workers, 85% of whom are Dominican citizens. The balance are obviously experts because you're using a different type of construction method that we're not familiar with in Dominica. And the whole intention here is to transfer the technology and the knowledge to our local contractors. So several Dominican contractors have been subcontracted and they're learning on site. So while it is a construction site, it is also a site that's providing tuition to many of our contractors and workers in our country. As you know, there are some people rather in our country who thought this would never happen. But it is happening, and by the grace of God, we will have it completed and open to the general public, and of course to our citizens, our tourists who will be coming to our country. The government remains fully committed to the project, to its successful completion. We believe that the Citizenship by Investment Program is an important medium one can use to generate sustainable economic activity. The IMF just released a report, for example, which shows that Dominica will have the second highest growth in the OECS. And they have also indicated that the resources from the Citizens by Investment Program is a major source of non-tax revenue, which is assisting our economies to get to a more sustained growth path. And clearly, a project of that magnitude, both in terms of employment, also in terms of the purchase of goods and services. And of course, you have the expats here on island, renting accommodation, buying vehicles, consuming food and beverages. All those things are having a major impact on the economy, a massive flow of foreign exchange into our country. These things will help in propelling us to a more sustained path of economic activity. Obviously, you will have an impact on the import bill because most of the construction material which we use in the OECS countries have to be imported. One can imagine the extent of cement you will have to import into the country, and steel and other construction material which we do not produce or manufacture here in our country. On top of the 125 people who are employed here, 85% of whom are Dominicans, ranges on NH, who is the main contractor here, have contracted many service providers here. For example, the concrete, the supply of all of the concrete is coming from P.H. Williams. And P.H. Williams has found it so lucrative for them that they have established a plant right in the vicinity of the site. And one can understand the multiplier effects for the employment capacity of PH. I am sure they would have had to employ more people to man this concrete plant over an extended period of time, almost a 24-hour shift system. Then you have the majority of trucks and heavy equipment are from local Dominicans, owned by Dominicans. And the material that have been hauled from Point Rung, all local trucks and excavators and front-end loaders were utilized. So you understand the profound positive impacts this project is having on the economy of Dominica and the employment numbers in the country. Range has indicated to me also that they have gotten approval from Kempinski to have 25 Dominicans to be attached for 1 year at one of the hotels to get on-the-job training and to prepare Dominicans to take up critical positions within the management of the hotel once completed. So not only are we focusing on building of the hotel, but we're also focusing on taking our people to a 5-star level of service, because that's what the hotel is, a 5-star. And therefore, if it is a 5-star, we cannot be at a 2-star or 3-star level of service. We have to be either on par or even higher in terms of the quality of service. That is going to be key. And we're working very closely with Range to ensure, and of course Kempinski, to ensure that our people are properly trained and not wait when it is completed and say, well, where are the trained people? We are preparing way in advance for that eventuality. I must commend Range Development. They have proven themselves. It is not an easy market to maneuver because there's competition from many countries across the globe, including the United States with its EB5 program. So it's not an easy market to penetrate. But in our country, Dominica, we pride ourselves on managing a very transparent CBI program, which meets the test of scrutiny from independent international agencies and governments. And we have maintained that the due diligence process must continue to be uncompromising and robust in nature. And our program conducts a due diligence, an extensive and in fact expansive due diligence investigation on every applicant, irrespective of who you are. We run a very robust and expansive due diligence on. I believe I am not really in a position to say whether NH is doing a fantastic job, but from my observation and to compare them 2 weeks ago to now, I believe that one can say that they're doing a pretty good job. But knowing the people who are associated with Range, I am sure that they're under tremendous pressure on a daily basis to deliver and to deliver on time and in time. So we're very pleased to see why the cabinet of ministers are here. Everyone is there, with the exception of a couple who are out of state. And it is a show of our interests, of our commitment, and our firm resolve to working with Range to ensure that this project comes to a successful completion, to the benefit of our citizens. Because I've always said it is my intention to cause our Dominicans to return home from Antigua, St. Martin, and the Northern Islands. And we've started to see that in construction. A number of the people employed in Dominica now in the construction are our friends and relatives who reside in Antigua and St. Martin and Anguilla who are back here in Dominica. So I want to thank the media for being here and for eventually transmitting the images from this wonderful site. Thank you.